Welcome back, everyone. This is Richard Fixer, and welcome to Richard Fixer Studios. I know it's been a while, a long time, but today we're going to be looking at a Behringer x32 producer that's not doing anything, just have some light. All right, stay tuned. All right, so this Behringer x32 producer came from a church, and it's not powering up. So I have it plugged in. I'm gonna power the switch on. Okay, so as you can see, just lights on the top section, just a little lights on the top section here. And you know, one of the things that this is famous for is power supply, but it can be the daughter board as well. All right, so we're gonna take a look on the inside and see what's going on. Going to look inside just to take a view of what's going on with this board. So the first thing I usually do is to check my power supply, check the capacitors, then do a voltage reading. So we're gonna remove the screws from around the power supply, just take a good look at the capacitors, and then do a voltage check. So what I'm gonna do at this moment is to do a voltage check of the connector that comes from the power supply, that this connector under here. Check to see what the voltages are. All right, and I'm supposed to get 40 something volts. Right now it's on. So I'm gonna check. Right, I'm getting some reading here. This should be DC volts. So let me put it on DC. Alright, so I'm getting 47 pin 1, pin 2 I'm getting 15, the other pin 4.9, which is good, 4.9 and 15. So one is negative 15, one is positive 15. So right off the bat, the power supply is good. I'm getting all the voltages, even higher. So the voltage is okay. I have all the voltages present. So the next thing we have to do is to remove all of these boards here to get to the main PCB board where we have the daughter board, and we can check from there to see if it is the daughter board. That's bad. All right, stay tuned. All right, so our next step is to remove all the screws and the ribbon cables. So we want to remove the input boards here, because when we are going to try to get it fixed, we can work without the boards, the inputs and output boards. So let us go ahead and then disconnect all the cables and remove the screws so we can get towards the main board. All right, so we are at the point where we have our main board. We have access to our main board at this moment. So the wires all the way. Oh, so we are at the main board. The main board is now exposed, and we can see the daughter board or the processor board with the SD card. So the first thing I'm going to do is to change the SD card. So you just pull the clip forward, lift it up, take it out, and I'm going to change it with an SD card I have. Just checking to see if it's corrupted, and if that's okay, then I'm going to move on to replacing the daughter board, the processor board. All right, so here is a new SD card. This one is 256. The one I took out of it is also 256. So I'm going to replace it in the slot and pull the lever back, or plugged in at the back, and I'm going to try to power on the board. So I didn't see anything come up. Okay, we still have a little light around the screen. All right, so it sits in. Right. Now with this, you're gonna have to use both hands to get this board out of the... Okay. Yeah, sometimes these legs get damaged. so I'm going to put the new board as I'm going to put the new board and make sure that the slots lines up. Alright, I'm gonna look to see that everything lines up. I'm gonna plug my power cord in. Try it. See if anything comes on the screen. Alright. I saw my screen coming up. Alright, so see the x32 screen loading up. Okay. Now you can see that we have, you know, some sort of function going on here. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the SD card, the old SD card that's there, to see if everything comes up. Alright, so I replaced the old SD card with the new daughter board. Trying to power it up now, but the same thing is happening. So it means therefore that the SD card is what is corrupt. So I'm going to replace the new one, and I think this SD card that came with the that board, it was for a different mix. I think it was for the rack, so the software version might be different. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in this SD card in there, and I'm gonna load on the firmware for this to see if it comes up. All right, so I've replaced the new SD card, and I'm going to power it up now while pressing the view button for the USB section. All right, okay, I can see it's loading on the screen. All right, loading the software. All right, so the screen is coming up. x32 producer. All right. So as we can see, the board is up. All right, all the layers working. Just checking to see that the buttons are working. All right, buttons are working. All right, all the different layers are working. Right, so it's working. So the SD card and the daughter board was back. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for our upcoming video where I'll be repairing a S16 main board that's not connecting. All right, take care. Bye bye.